There we go. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
I'm Matthew Sanborn Smith, and this is,
Ivory Elizabeth Smith.
and this is,
You can't even
you
see her.
can't even see her. Me,
Pepper.
the big hairy potato of a dog, Pepper Elizabeth Smith. Okay, this is the idea generator. This is episode number 7, called Looking Over Their Shoulders. So, first off, do your homework. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Well, I have to say that 9
Bunch
times.
of procrastinators.
Yes. You. Alright. Today's episode is called Looking Over Their Shoulders. It's all about getting inspiration from others. There are lots of different artists. We stand on the shoulders of giants, and we cheat off them and take crib notes. So, first off, study people who are doing what you want to do and see how they're doing it, see how it's been done. If you're a dancer, you're going to watch a lot of dancing to see people's techniques, to see what works and what doesn't, and to see what they've done so that you don't directly copy. You can always imitate or do a twist on something, but I mean this applies in any art. And look at sports. Look at athletes. Football players watch films constantly. Boxers watch films constantly to see what they've been doing right and wrong, and to see what their opponents do. And studying people is like one of the oldest pastimes, and you can get something out of it and apply it to your art. Conversely, you can look outside of your field and see. Whoops! I just hit the damn computer again. Sorry about that shaking. Conversely, you can look at other people's art in other fields and see what they're doing. I know, like, when I go to the comic book store and I look at all the different covers there, I immediately get ideas for stories, which may have nothing to do with what's in those comic books, because the images inspire different things. And I always try to twist things that I see. When I look at a lot of role-playing game art, I get ideas for stories. Without even trying, I'm inspired to do something new. What you want to do, well, this goes into the next subject, bringing something in from a different field into your field. So if you are a poet, try looking at technical manuals and see if that inspires anything to bring to your work. If you're an artist who's into realism, try incorporating some aspects of impressionism into your work. If you're a graphic designer, look at sports and see if that inspires anything. So what this does is, you've got people in your field that are so immersed in your field, that's all they ever see. You want to go outside of your field, bring something new in to revolutionize things, or to at least make your work stand out. Let's see, the next thing is look at nature. Okay, Da Vinci based many of his flying machines on what he looked at in nature, whether it was leaves falling to the ground or birds flying. He was a great studier of nature, and he incorporated that into his work. He believed in doing that rather than copying what other people had written, because he believed in going straight to the source. Frank Lloyd Wright looked at nature and incorporated a lot of designs that he saw in nature into his work. And this is an important part. You're not trying to, like, if you look at Frank Lloyd Wright's houses, you may not see the connection to nature in them. It may look very, very man-made and artificial. That's not the point. The point is, he was inspired by something in nature, and he took that idea and ran with it. Whether it mimics nature or not doesn't matter. The important thing is to get ideas. So, let's see. The last thing is to do your take on someone else's work. So, I've read about many writers who will read half a story from a famous writer and then try and make up the ending themselves. And so they will learn about story structure, and they'll also learn something about imitating another person's style and using what's good and getting rid of what's bad in that person's style. Let me see. interpreting someone else's character. You see this a lot in comic books where different artists work on characters that have been around for decades. So you'll like right now I've seen a lot of Batgirl online because apparently she has a new costume. So different artists are doing different things with that costume, and it's always interesting to see somebody else's take on the same subject. Cover a song in your own style. I work for a company that shall remain nameless, but we have some sort of unwritten rule that if you have a crappy cover album, we will play it in our store. I don't want to hear anything like that out of you. These are people who are taking awesome songs and making them worse and releasing them into the public where they can plague the rest of us. A better thing to do is to take a song, do your own version of it that brings something of your personality into it, changes things up radically, and makes it interesting. So you can like the original, you can also like the new version. Let's see. Okay, Ivory was just watching Warm Bodies and was very unhappy when I pointed out that it was a new take on the old Romeo and Juliet story. Apparently that ruined it for her. But the point is, it took an old, worn out, I don't know if it's worn out, it took an old story that we're all very familiar with and changed it up and did it in a new voice with new ideas. And, well, West Side Story did that, and any number of stories have done the same thing. Look at A Christmas Carol. There's about 1 billion different takes on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol out there, and hopefully, you know, there are some ones that are fresh enough that you'll actually want to look at them or listen to them or read them. So anyway, that's all I've got to say about that. Do you have anything?
You could take a theme from a piece of work you like and just like go with that theme.
Aha, there you go. There's another idea. And don't worry about copying, because anything that you bring to it will be filtered through your own experiences and your own imagination. So you will twist it. If it's copyrighted work, you want to make sure that it's different enough that you don't get sued. That's an important thing. Or maybe you're just doing fan fiction, so it doesn't matter. Well, it might matter to somebody. Somebody might still sue you. But a lot of people don't sue you. But you can always do it for practice. Okay, your homework is to look at a bunch of something else. What did I mean when I wrote that? I don't know. See what inspires you and make something from that. Okay, William Gibson, again, before the internet, I read that he used to keep a pile of magazines by the desk, and he would write until he ran out of steam. Then he'd start looking through magazines until an idea struck him, and then he'd go back to work incorporating the idea that occurred to him. And now he just does that with the internet, I suppose, instead of magazines. So that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be looking at something in your field or outside your field, preferably outside, I think. I think you'll come up with more ideas if you try to combine those two and make something. And that's all you have to do. It sounds simple. It depends on how complex the thing you're going to make is. It could take 5 minutes, could take 5 years. Anyway, enjoy yourself. That's the important thing. Email us at upwithgravity@gmail.com if you have any ideas you want to share with us. If you want us to use your name, please give us permission to do so. Otherwise, we will not. And what else?
Mailing list.
The mailing list. Thank you. That's why you're here. You actually contributed something like
Yay.
before with the theme thing. I'm impressed. Okay, so anyway, if you want to be on my mailing list and learn about nifty things that I am creating and when they come out, then just write mailing list in that email. And that's it. Although this is only episode number 7. To us, it is the last episode because I've already done 8, 9, and 10. And 8, 9, and 10 will be me by myself again. I'm sorry for all the Ivory fans out there and the Pepper fans out there. Let's look at Pepper again. Pepper. What a stupid dog. Look at the camera. Smile. Anyway. Anyway, That's it for now. And as I say, we may be doing more in the future. We may not. We'll see what happens. And if you enjoy this, please let us know. And that's all we've got to say.
Bye.
Bye. Go create something. Make something beautiful. Make something ugly. I don't care. Live it up. Bye.